closing of a big important swing state, and that is North Carolina. We're going to take a break right now because when we come back on the other side of the break, we're going to have North Carolina's Democratic governor joining us here live. As a U.S. Senator, you can enrich yourself in so many different, let's call it.
So who do you think is going to be the winner?
Congress!
I don't know. I'm from Germany, so...
Ah, you're from Germany. Okay, so it doesn't affect you, I guess.
I think Trump will do it.
Trump? So you think that Trump is better for the world? Or Kamala?
I didn't say. I said that he will do it.
Ah, that he will win.
Yeah.
But you don't think that he's better for Germany? I just came up from Germany. I was in Germany in August, by the way. Germans don't like Trump in general. It looks like.
Yeah. So in some facts, maybe it will be better for Germany, but
like everything,
I don't know if he will really do what he said. And
in Montana. Let's take a
So
look.
Trump doesn't do what he promises he will do, you think? Sure.
Sorry, my English, I'm French. When you know
When it's going to happen? Nobody knows. It really... No, well, it depends. I mean, it really depends on the turnout. If one side or the other side has really overwhelming majority of the votes, I mean, really big difference, then you might know within a couple of hours before midnight.
will not happen.
I mean, I live in America, obviously, and sometimes he would know before midnight, sometimes he will go like past midnight. I usually come here for every election, or most of elections, and sometimes I will stay here until 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, until we know who the winner is. So who would like to be American next president, Trump or Harris?
doesn't matter for me.
You're from France, of course it matters. You know, there's a joke. When America sneezes, Europe has the cold. So it really matters, you know.
Yeah.
NATO,
In
the
France,
wars.
it's not more important like in America. You really don't care about presidents in France.
But that's sad. I mean, that's why you have Macron and you have Sarkozy, and there are different presidents, different policies. One is socialist, the other one is not a socialist, and a big difference between the two. Elections have consequences, you know that? That's what democracy is all about.
I don't vote for Macron.
You don't vote?
For Macron, no.
Why is that? You don't think votes are important?
No,
Vote-
Mélenchon.
Who?
Mélenchon.
Who's that?
He was the candidate. Jean-Luc Mélenchon. The French candidate.
French candidate?
Yes.
Presidential candidate?
Yes.
Never heard of him. That's strange. I know Macron, of course. I know Le Pen.
Yes.
I don't know much of French politics. I know a little bit of German politics. But this is because Sarkozy, that's that's the one that I know.
Don't know him?
Where the American people come
Looks
down to
familiar.
decision. And ultimately, that's what voting
So you see,
I'm from Germany, but I also don't know him.
so you're your neighbors.
That's the first tour.
So, but is he socialist? Is he more to the left, more to the right, or centrist? Where does he stand?
Me?
No, just this guy.
From the left.
Left. So you think left is good or right is good? Which one do you think is good?
Poor people, so...
But when did left help poor people? See, I was born and raised in USSR. So, in USSR, the Soviet Union.
Okay.
So, I mean, they would say that this is the country where everybody's equal, that everybody shares in the prosperity of the country. We had absolutely nothing. Nothing. No freedoms, no food, no health care, nothing. So everybody was equal, but everybody was equal in misery, as Churchill famously said. So I don't know of any place where the left policies ever helped the poor. Give me one example where left really resulted in elevating the poor people up. You don't have the opinion?
No, I don't have example.
Because it doesn't exist. Thank you. Then why do you keep on voting left when the left doesn't lift people up? Makes no sense, I think. Agree?
The left is for some revolution or to keep the standards.
They just promise, and promises are cheap. I mean, there's no way of lifting people from poverty other than providing them freedom. Well, you know, they say that Jesus said it, but probably it's not Jesus Christ. They say somebody else said, give a person a fish, You know this phrase, right? And this person will eat for a day. Teach a person to fish. You know the story. And it will be set for life. So what the left does, they give people a fish. Vote for me, I give you a fish, they vote, and then they do nothing. The right, the Trump Republicans, we teach people how to fish. That's the big difference between the two. Of course I vote for Trump. I mean, any normal person with common sense will vote for Trump.
What do you say to people? As I said, I think Trump will do it today, and I also said that for Germany in some way would be better. I hope
Trump will be better.
Yeah.
I agree.
But
yes.
and
for the world.
In Germany, 90% of the media is against Trump.
I know.
So it's not common to be right. So it's not common to be for Trump. And a lot of people say, and I think that's a fact, that he is lying.
Which is not true.
That he is saying these things with they eat the dogs and blah blah blah.
Which is so stupid. Which is like so stupid.
But he did it.
Well, he brought some issue. I mean, which might not be true, but he was not lying per se. I mean, it's just amazing how they take things out of the context, number one. And number two, Trump was president for 4 years. He was an excellent president. How many wars did we have under Trump? How many?
He's the only
Zero, right?
He's the only president without a war.
Exactly. I mean, isn't human life the most important thing than anything else? More important than the economy, more important than the house, more important than healthcare. It's life, human life. This is in the Christian world, Judeo-Christian world, I mean, not Muslim, this is the most important thing, right? So, because there were no, was that?
Muslim too.
Not really.
My cousin is living in California. He voted for Trump.
That's good. That's encouraging. But I'm talking about, the ideology.
And I'm Muslim.
Okay, but so we know better. The Muslim religion, Islam, I don't know any church. I don't know anywhere in the world. I don't know any synagogue where a preacher in the church or a rabbi in the synagogue will go and say, even use the word kill. Never, never. But you go to mosque, I'm not saying all the mosques, but there are certain mosques where imams will say, like, kill the infidels, kill the Jews, kill the Christians, and they actually do. I mean, with all due respect, that's the reality. Right or wrong? Thank you. So,
Not all of them.
Of course, I didn't say all of them, but the difference is there are some in Islam, but there are none in the Christian and the Jewish world. And of course, I'm not talking about Hindus. They're totally crazy. They would even step on the bug. But that's another extreme.
Lawrence, checking in with you real quick.
North Carolina. North Carolina is an important state. Let's see what's going to happen in North
Is it one
Carolina.
of the swing states?
Yes, it's one of the swing states. Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, what else? Michigan, Wisconsin, yes.
You are living in New York?
I live in Staten Island, which is part of New York. And we're all Republicans in Staten Island. That's why I love Staten Island. All of us are Republicans, yes. So there are different parts of the city.
I just learned yesterday that there are also other parties possible. So I always teach in Germany that in the US there are just Democrats and Republicans. But there are a lot of more parties, in theory.
In theory, they don't really count.
Yeah, but they are.
They are, yeah, but I mean, they're so minuscule, it's like nothing. Projection, who's projected?
Too early to call.
West Virginia, yeah, that's expected. Okay. I don't see any cheering here. Okay, 23-3. Okay, we're getting somewhere.
Virginia's presidential race, NBC News projecting that right now for Donald Trump.
All right, guys, enjoy your stay in America.
I have one more question. I saw around there's a lot of police. So
Of course, there's a lot of police.
is it every year, or because of the election, or just because they think maybe there can be, I don't know?
No, nothing's gonna happen. Like I said, I've been to these places so many times. See, this is what means.
Not this much.
Well, this is what mass media is trying to project. This is the country of 330 million people. Of course, in some place in this huge country, which takes up the entire continent, there may be one case when some crazy person, let's say a Democrat, will do something to a Republican. They take his case, they blow it out of proportion, and the people think, oh my God, it's so dangerous, it's happening all over the place. It was one case. That's all there is to it. You have to put this into perspective. And it's absolutely 1,000,000% safe. So don't worry. That's why when I travel, I go places. I'm not gonna show it here, just so you. I share this T-shirt not because I'm afraid, because I don't want these people to know, because I'm gonna talk to them first. And then when Trump wins, everybody will see. Okay, because otherwise they wouldn't talk to me. So nothing ever happened to me. Nothing. And people say, "Oh, you're so brave," when they see me traveling with this shirt. You know, so don't be afraid.
No,
It's very. No, I mean, change your speaking. But yeah, no, we're fine. Just police has. So, what's your impression of New York City?
So yesterday was my first day, my first full day. As I expected, it's big. So I'm from Berlin.
From Berlin?
Berlin, yeah.
I spent a week in Berlin in August.
So I'm not from there, but I live there.
Okay.
I'm from a small village in the north, you know, around a lot of water and forest. But I know Berlin, but this is especially here in Manhattan or in this part of Manhattan, it's crazy when you come out of the subway and see all these buildings. So it's
I know. Yeah. Okay. Oh wait, West Virginia senator. That's important. Senator, because that's where we can pick up one Senate seat from West Virginia. West Virginia and Montana, we expect to take over Senate. So that's, West Virginia, very important. So did you say anything about the Senate or no? I don't say anything. Well, Georgia, that's important. I'm really curious about Georgia. North Carolina is important. And Trump is...
The biggest one is Pennsylvania?
Yes, Pennsylvania is really crucial. Really.
But this one will be late.
Yeah, it's a large state, and there were some issues with machines today, so they extended the polling stations by about 1 or 2 hours more. So I would say by midnight we should hopefully get more or less clear picture.
I just walked here today and saw some sticker at the window. You vote here. There was some library, and I was walking in, and I went into the line, and then they asked me, so I should say some address, or I don't know. And I said, no, I'm from Germany. I just want to look. Okay. So I saw this computer where they put the
ballots. Yeah, the ballots.
I don't know that. So when we select, then you put some letter in the box, and then everybody after, I don't know, it's closing, they take all these letters and hand by hand. So they're counting it.
Well, New York, Manhattan, there's so much to the left. I mean, only Staten Island, the only borough that is Republican, the rest forget about it. I mean, think about it this way. In last election with Trump, Manhattanites voted, I think, 95%. 95% voted, not even for Biden, they voted for no Trump. Because no sane person can possibly vote for Biden, obviously, you know. They voted for no Trump. And that's how this idiot became the president, who couldn't even run now. You know, he was replaced by Kamala Harris. Never happened in the history of America.
We make a lot of jokes about Biden because he's falling down. And
exactly. See, I don't want America to be the butt of jokes.
Yeah, but
we're the greatest nation on earth, okay? Trump will bring pride to America.
Jokes about Trump, so
well,
the whole story about the selection in the U.S. is kind of funny for
to you, to Europeans, because they don't understand. It's so easy to laugh at Americans, and yet being protected by us. Us, taxpayers, I am paying my money so that you guys can live peacefully. I mean, with all due respect.
Yeah.
you wouldn't even contribute what's in the contract. You were supposed to spend 2% to NATO, and you don't. And you don't. And who's protecting you? Us. And look, now is the war in Ukraine, on your continent.
You are not protecting us, but this is the fact, because I kind of hope that Trump will do it, and then he will do what he said, because he said that he will stop the war after one day. So he can't stop the war, but he can say, okay, we, the US, we stop, we don't go into further in Ukraine, Russia,
this is not
and then we have to decide, okay, what are we doing? And
this is not how you stop the war.
Behind us, then there's just one.
Then you're screwed. You're totally screwed.
Oh, that's not. Then it will be a bit more clear. So.
No. Trump will stop the war by just calling Putin and saying, I know where you are, because Putin cares about just one thing. And what that one thing is him. His comfort and his life. He doesn't give a damn about hundreds or millions, the rest of the world essentially. He doesn't give a damn. He cares about just one person, himself. And when Trump tells him, and I think he told him in the past when he was the president, that Vladimir, I know where you are, and we know how to get you. And it's true. Then Vladimir will stop what he's doing. Because Biden never said it. He said, no, we're going to help Ukraine a little bit more. Oh my God, this is escalation. We cannot do this, we cannot do that. Just threaten them. Reagan was great at that. You carry a long stick, and it was, I forgot the phrase. I forgot what was the policy. But anyway, so Reagan was very successful in keeping peace. That's why I'm free now, thanks to him. He's my hero. Anyway, danke schön. Merci beaucoup. It was a pleasure talking to you. So enjoy. Auf Wiedersehen. And I'll see you around. See ya.
What do you mean? Because girls have